We start with encouraging results from the coronavirus vaccine trial developed at the Oxford University. It's been tested on over 1,000 people. The injection has, of course, found to be creating antibodies and white blood cells that can fight the coronavirus. And the best news is that there's no dangerous side effects. Also, the vaccine is being trialled at South Africa's Wits University. Let's get the latest now from our reporter, Olly Barratt, who joins us live. So, Olly, this is absolutely positive news. Tell us more.
Very much so. I mean, cautious optimism is probably the watch phrase at the moment coming out of the trial at Oxford University. But the optimism is really growing now as a result of these early results from the early trials that have been carried out. As you say, on 1,077 people, they've been injected with the vaccine. And what we've seen in those people involved in that early trial is that as a result, after being injected with this vaccine that's been made by the Oxford project, these people did produce antibodies and a T-cell immunity reaction as well. The Oxford vaccine is one that is made from a genetically engineered virus. What we saw in the trial, according to these early results, is that T-cells peaked 14 days after vaccination and antibody levels peaked after 28 days. So seeing an antibody and a T-cell response, both crucial to fighting off any kind of virus, really, is certainly something that researchers are very, very pleased about. This is potentially, and I stress that word potentially, a major breakthrough in the fight against coronavirus.
Yeah, definitely. So let's talk about the possible side effects here.
Well, so far in this early trial, we have seen no serious side effects at all, no serious events taking place with regards to any of the people that were given this vaccine. There were some side effects. That's not uncommon, of course, with vaccines. What we did see was 70% of the people on this trial developing either fever or a headache. But research is saying that everyone who did develop fever or a headache was able to be treated with paracetamol. And actually, this early trial is really mostly about safety. It's mostly about trying to make sure that this is a vaccine that you can progress with in terms of further trials and further clinical tests. And that benchmark certainly appears to have been reached.
So when do we actually see this hit the shelves? What's the process for that to actually happen, Olly?
Well, you mentioned that South Africa is one of the countries that is involved in further tests that are ongoing now of the vaccine. And those results from South Africa, but also from Brazil, we think there will be another trial starting in the United States soon. There will be some trials, further trials happening in the UK. Here, the difficulty with the UK at the moment is that actually prevalence of the virus is now very low, and so there really aren't enough people. That's why other countries are being, part of the reason why other countries are being involved in these trials. So the data from all of those trials will be collected. One of the things that hasn't been proven by the early trials yet is whether the vaccine does actually give people that full immunity, give people the ability to say that they will not catch coronavirus after taking this vaccine. That has still not been fully established yet, and so, as I say, all eyes on South Africa and Brazil and the other trials that this vaccine is going to be used in. The scientists are saying, again with that cautious optimism, that they believe that by the end of the year there should be enough data to say whether you can press forward quickly with a mass vaccination program here in the UK, but also elsewhere in the world as well.
All right, thanks so much for that. Appreciate it, Olly Barratt. I mean, it's fantastic news, Olly, bringing us more on that vaccine trial in the United Kingdom. Also, very important to note that South Africa is trialling the exact same vaccine in partnership with Oxford University, and our tests are happening at Wits University.